This is my perspective on what has transpired with this American airline flight and this helicopter. First and foremost, what I want to say is I want to extend my condolences to those who were impacted by this tragic event. My heart definitely goes out to the family and friends. This is tragic. And the question is, how can we actually make sense out of something like this? So us as believers, oftentimes we talk about a God who is all loving. We talk about a God who is all merciful. We talk about a God who has all power, yet this God that we talk about constantly, it seems that he just steps to the side and allows these tragic things to occur. And the question is this: why did God not step in? The reason why this occurred is because men are not perfect, guys, right? And it doesn't matter which way you want to slice it. There are conspiracy theories out there and whatnot, but I'm just talking about tragedy in general. Oftentimes it comes down to the imperfection of man. But what we find out about these things when they actually happen, we come to the realization that we have to look for an outside source in order to heal our internal wounds. Meaning, oftentimes we don't have the solution. We don't understand why these things happen. We don't know how to be comforted. We don't know how to encourage an individual who has been afflicted. But we definitely know that prayer and leading others to prayer is the solution that the majority of us come to. Because what we realize is that the pain is so deep that nothing in this earthly realm can make sense out of it. Nothing in this earthly realm could solve it. Nothing in this earthly realm could heal it. What we do know is that there has to be an external person or an external power, an external source of comfort that has to come in and do something supernatural to help us overcome the tragedy that we go through and that we experience in our everyday lives. God takes man's weakness and converts it and makes beauty out of it. When things happen such as this, immediately man looks up to their creator. We look towards an external source. God's initial desire is to meet with man. And oftentimes, unfortunately, because our lack of knowledge and sensitivity to God, it does take man coming to the end of themselves in order to now finally wake up and acknowledge that they need someone external to come and heal the internal wounds. Every tragedy, God presents an opportunity for humanity to reach above so that he could come down and reconcile himself to us so that we could see God in the midst of that tragedy and that we could see God in the midst of our lives. I see a lot of people, posting on social media to pray for the victims, pray for the families. And prayer, as I said, is the constant theme. And in praying to God, by the way, the true God who is able to comfort us and bless us and restore us, God desires to meet us in the midst of our tragedy so we could see the beauty in the midst of our tragedy, so we could get through it, and that we could connect with God on a greater level and our neighbors on a greater level. Because as we all live this pilgrimage called the human experience, we are going to have to be a crutch for one another. But when you go through a tragic event, when you connect with the Heavenly Father, and when you surrender all to Him and He gives you the peace that you need, you are now able to transfer that peace, to transfer that comfort to those who will experience tragedy. Because we all will, unfortunately, have to go through periods in our lives where we have to, unfortunately, deal with this. For none of us are immune to tragedy. None of us are immune to pain and suffering as we continue through this human experience. So that's all I want to share on this one, guys. Let us keep one another in prayer. Once again, guys, I hope that this may have helped some of you understand that just because tragedy occurs does not mean that God is not there, but there is beauty in every tragedy. Anyways, I love you all. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, you already know, take it easy. Peace.